Good morning. So you want to know how I have lost 37 pounds in the past 60 days. Be sure to stay to the end of the video because there's going to be a special surprise at the end. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel where we focus on lifestyle, fitness, and your diet, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification button so you're notified every single time I upload a video. This is going to be an amazing year for me. Let's get into it. Alright, the biggest thing that I have done differently than most people is fasting. And I'm not talking about intermittent fasting, that's how I started, 12 to 16 hours. I do what is called long-term fasting. So I go 48 to 72 hours. That normally scares people a lot because we've always been told that, you know what, you can starve yourself to death and your muscles will start to break down and this, that, and the other. I have researched this fact for 4 months and I have found an amazingly overwhelming amount of information to the contrary. So people always ask, aren't you just starving yourself? I'm like, no, I'm not starving myself. My body is built to store calories when there's a lot of food and use fat when there's not a lot of food. That's what all animals do. Every single animal does it, from the sparrow all the way down to the lions. Or up from the lions. I don't know how that works. Have to look that up. But that's how we all do it. We always store fat because that's how we survive when there's not food. There was a guy in 1970 that actually holds the world record for 382 days of fasting. He went from 482 pounds to 180 pounds. But the craziest thing to me is that there was no loose skin left over. I know plenty of people that have had gastric bypass and they have huge amounts of leftover skin. And it becomes more cumbersome than when they were even fat sometimes. And it causes more problems, so they have to have another surgery to remove that. So the cool part is when you are long-term fasting, you're doing something your body was built to do. And so it recovers way better than most surgeries. So I want to lose another 60 pounds. I'm 300 pounds right now and I want to get down to 240. That would be my lowest weight in the last 15 years. Which would be really cool because I know I have a lot more muscle now than I did back then. But the thing is, 60 pounds roughly translates to 210,000 calories. For every 1 pound of fat I'm carrying around every single day at my job is 3,500 calories. That's the same as me carrying around 403 Big Macs from McDonald's. So that's why I kind of laugh when people say, aren't you just starving yourself? No, I'm not. My body has plenty of calories to live on for a long time. The reason why I love fasting so much, and it has been such a powerful tool in my arsenal, is that all these other diets I did, you would be perfect for like 2-3 months. And you have a wedding come up, or you have a bachelor or bachelorette party come up, or your own birthday for God's sakes. And people, you would take one meal off and you'd get on the scale and be like, oh, I just lost all of my progress. Perfect. It never panned out for me. Every single time I would try to lose weight, it would go the same cycle. It was such an extreme diet, my body was not happy doing it because it was either counting my calories or weighing my macros or whatever. Everything to make my life harder, which puts more stress. And stress makes more cortisol, and cortisol is a stress hormone and doesn't help you burn fat at all. In some cases, it can actually stop you from burning fat. So, the thing that I love about fasting is that it makes life simple. And I took a weekend off not too long ago for my wife's birthday. And I got on the scale on Monday and I was up 3.2 pounds or something like that. And I did my first 24-hour fast and I weighed myself Tuesday morning and I was down 5 pounds. Which shows that what I gained over the weekend was all just food in my gut, extra water weight from the salt, whatever, and it came right off the first 24 hours. And there's no meal prepping. None. You pour water. Actually, I drink electrolyte water. It's an electrolyte water that I make myself from Himalayan salt and potassium chloride to make sure that my heart and my brain has plenty of minerals to work with. Then you don't get any of these nasty side effects that people say all over the internet. Oh, fasting's awful, it makes you feel so bad, blah, 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 blah. No, they just didn't do their research. That's all. And I always tell people, start slow. Really slow. I always tell them, start with intermittent fasting, 12 to 16 hours. And then, once you've done that for a whole week, start pushing it, your first meal back 1 hour a day. So if you're normally eating your first meal lunch at noon, eat at 1. The next day, eat at 2. The next day, eat at 3. And in under 2 weeks, you're already eating only 1 meal a day, making your life simple, giving yourself the power and the time back that your body deserves to get whatever else you need done. And this is not an easy lifestyle. I'm not saying that it's an easy, oh, you can, anyone, this is just some easy peasy thing. It's not. It's more mental than anything. Because if you're overweight, you have the calories to live and survive in a very happy lifestyle. But most people aren't willing to do it because of social convention and, oh, it's 12 o'clock. It's time to eat. Are you hungry? I don't know. I did that for years and I'm done. I'm done doing that. And now for the surprise that I promised you guys. I've actually written a book that has all this information and more in it, and all the sites that I've used to find this information and to start me down this amazing journey. I'll leave a link for you in the description below. I'll also leave a link for the guy from the 1970s, I think his name was Edgar, that did the 382-day fast, so that you guys can look that up as well. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button so that you can stay up to date on all of my new videos coming out, where I will help you with your fitness, your diet, and your lifestyle to make you have a better and longer lifestyle.